soir par un beau soir d'été. En fait, je t'ai payé un peu pour le cadeau d'un petit bout de vent malicieux. C'est pas fait, tu t'en sors avec classe, ton petit clin d'œil est mon coup de grâce. Tu me connais, j'aurais les joues écarlates, tu passes à jeter ton four et d'éclat. Je sais que tu penses que j'exagère et mon délire t'exaspère. Ce n'est pas qu'éphémère, écoute, ça sonne comme ça. Je trouve jamais les mots, trop coincé pour dire ce qu'il faut. Une fois lancé dans le vide, je me sens un peu idiot. Dans ces mélodies, je chante toute ma vie pour m'éloigner de mon lieu de repli. What's all this noise you're making? I'm not the man you say I was. What's all this guilt you toss around? Horseshoes never rust. Has it occurred to you just once? I'm the man you refuse to know. Are you about done trampling my heart? Horseshoes never rust. You know they're like the human heart, tossed around into the dust. Emotions like the fairies art, fire and steel till the rain starts. Horseshoes never rust. Boom, oh yeah. Horseshoes never rust. Boom, oh yeah. Horseshoes never rust. I watch the sun go down on us, like Roy and Dale in the show. I rode away into the dust. Horseshoes never rust. Call it escape now, call me a fool. But sometimes the trail just ends, although the past wasn't so cruel. Horseshoes never rust. You
Half and half, eh?
Alright.
Mighty Mohawksy. I never cared too much about books and school. In life there's more important things to do. I would sit out in the yard and pick my old guitar, trying to do what the big hillbillies do. I would sit there by the hour, taking wildwood flower, or my little fingers to the bone. But I'd swear I'd never rest till I am the very best guitar picker in this old county. Togonanige del labewita, togonanige del ligwadut. Tolaganige skin me get work, pokolad medewinto. Napa medokotuim, napa bakasaduim. Saltu wachkua, nikamat wachkwalut. Napa medokotuim, napa bakasaduim. Jone Jawali, Jiglia Chikajawi. Jone Jawali, Jiglia Chikajawi.
It took time to realize it, a whisper from the trees. Whoa, whoa, my mind. Love flows in mysterious ways as a feather floats the land where it's supposed to. It took time for me to say my words rang true like a poet's sonnet as the artist has drawn it. Simply my blanket upon it. Oh, honey. Oh, springtime on the breeze. It took time to realize it, a dream that's been set free. Whoa, whoa, my mind. Love flows in mysterious ways as a feather floats the land where it's supposed to. It took time for me to say my words rang true like a poet's sonnet as the artist has drawn it. Simply my blanket upon it. Oh, oh. He had a wife and a child along the way. He must have been 30 years or so. I don't recall his age, but I seen him standing on that stage with a smile upon his face. Oh, Bobby Ray, you're like sunshine to me. You made me laugh, you made me smile, and then you ghosted me.
go to work, and sometimes he would text and message me. And then one night he slipped and fell. He must have fell quite hard, 'cause he got up and left without a word, taking all his charm. Oh, Bobby Ray, you're like sunshine to me. You made me laugh, you made me smile, and then you ghosted me. Oh, Bobby Ray, Bobby Ray, I don't know what I did, you see. Maybe next time I won't be so nice, and you can't torture me. Oh, Bobby Ray, you're like sunshine to me. Maybe next time I won't be so nice, and you can't torture me. Maybe next time I won't be so nice, and you can't torture me.
A silent walk down the cathedral's aisles. Imagine all the witnesses dressed in style. Their grandfather winked a silent smile, and they both stood there looking around for quite a while white confetti fell from above. A diamond glistened on her beaver glove. So the choir howled a song to love. Restless, the young ones, they started to shove. Now save for laughter on the trap line. Now save for laughter in our lives. Now save for laughter on the trap line. Now save for laughter all the time. Their voices cawed at the same time, and all had be waiting for that heavenly sign. So he took her hand in a gallant mind, and he turned her around and around, oh so fine. The witnesses' cheers cut through the air, because all was prepared with so much loving care. So he sat her in the coach, he stood with flair and yelled out, mush, 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 tabaga, comme les tonnerres. Now save for laughter on the trap line. Now save for laughter in our lives. Now save for laughter on the trap line. Now save for laughter all the time.
Hello, everybody. And everybody said, that's what I thought. You're so, try again. And everybody said, that's much better. We have 3 MCs here this evening. It's perfect. You and I and
our little mini MC right here.
How do I say that? Wetapegsulti'gw?
Wetapegsulti'gw.
Don Wetapegsulti'gw is why we are here today. It's hard to do that with those lights. I don't see anyone. I feel better to see everyone. And so we're so pleased, so happy to have you here this evening. But there are some things we would like for you to be mindful of.
So first of all, make sure to keep your phone on silent. And we're going to have the doors closed, so make sure everybody's in the gym during the duration of the show. Well, there will be an intermission if you need to go use the washroom and anything else after that.
But see, the thing about the airplane mode, which is the silent mode or the vibrate mode, right? If you forget, it's kind of like this. Ladies and gentlemen, please ensure prior to your departure that your phone is on airplane mode.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So we have a wonderful show tonight. This is the 3rd show. Seen it, the rehearsal, the last 2 nights. If you heard it from anybody else who's been here, it's an amazing show. You're not going to want to miss it. I'm glad we have a great turnout tonight.
And for those who know, we are going live streaming, which reminds me about those camera thingies, right? So if you need to take a picture, well, then you need to take a picture. But don't use the flash. But short of that, because we know it's going to be live streamed, you can also take a picture when you see it on your computer. Click, 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 click. Okay.
So before we begin, we'd like to ask Elder Roseanne to come up and say an opening prayer.
Would you like an arm? No, just checking.
Oh my God. Wali walak. Nindela was your Roseanne. Listuguj was nanin. And was naman na way na mo sigos ko to watch obey Gitpu. Oh my God. Thank you, Creator, for the gift of life. Thank you for coming to tonight's Don Wetapegsulti'gw. I'll be saying my prayer in our language. And one of the reasons why today is I'm so honored to be able to speak my language once again. Because many, many years ago, I wasn't able to speak the language for a long, long time. I started in 1994, and I was determined to learn it, what I had lost as a young child. So today, when I pray in my language. Listuguj nanin and wisdom and the way na musigas ko to watch obey Gitpu. Wala na nis kami nuchit mi majuwakan wala kaling dandalian po win dandalia bokon win dandal ke kana win digigis ko musigas na ko set klokowich nugumijin and dep kun said and kijin and makami go make it mo digigis ko chin sam kon dewji ke de megen pisun wala kaling uchit ne majak chip chi jak wisis chi jak dandel se ke set kamo gilang ko de na jo de man pasikti wala kaling chut na Gitpu chi jak mi juk chi benuk we go mo digigis ko Heel bem ko bin nadel and jodo na kakan uchit mijuaji na wigamon no ni gisku pan we danish ni gisku kulade sabe we de bedep kedes no ke be de wik chi jagamich nugumi gi bem ko bin nadel and jodo na kakan uchit kwe ji jak ebiji na wigamon no ni gisku chi bedano ma we danich uchit akap te benech ulai sta mu de Wetapegsulti'gw ni gisku ulali uchit na Machtaweg muinat kasnuk Gina meg jagamich. Hibem ko bin nadel an jodom na kakan nuk Gina mo chiganam. Na wigamon no ni gisku. Muin jawadu das nang gelokon pisun mu dandel mawidai ni wala wala det. Hakedu ek ni gisku man gisi ay joti ginu nafta kwala wi amuch paginamo ek. Machtaweg wala lek chidna. Wabeg mi no kat nuk saka we kemiski nak bem ko biok na gadel. Hang na joro mo nag-aaral na kuchida kijigu me majimunuwa kijiguis. Tao mo nigbe mga dudis aniyo kung tao mo nigbe mga dudis sun dance, moon dance, ghost dance. Wega waj when enel ginamo ji ginamo kung tabi ba ni kasi ni gay suksya wado kalokay kalwakan mo. She always does that. So basically what I usually pray for is the 7 directional, and it coincides with the creation story that you're going to be hearing tonight. So thank you once again. Walalio. Said no gama.
Walaliak.
So my name in some places is called Dumbo. In other places, my name is Mr. Patrick. In other places, it's hey you, or they just kind of look. And
my name is Maddie, and this is Naya. And we're really happy to be here tonight and be a part of this experience. Just to let you know, the students of CBU, SSHS, and AGS have worked tirelessly the last 2 months to put on this production. So before we begin, we're also going to ask Doug Pictou to come out and sing the honor song.
Macho.
All right, now it's that very special time where you get to sit, relax, and work on your oxygen because you need to practice laughing as much as possible. Enjoy. Ta-ta till break.
Are we excited? Let's hear some noise. So we present to you Don Wetapegsulti'gw, Where We Come From, a play written by our very own Peter Vicaire. Enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Oh, come on, 2%? Hi, this is Anissa Metallic. Me and my sister are lost. I mean, we temporarily lost track of where we were, where I am, whatever. She pushed me down a cliff. I banged my head pretty bad. She left me over here to die. And for the record, I repeat, I do not give that girl the key permission to my coach bag.
Gwem Sirwen. Ula na dugwadhan ukchit dan dela dugwen. Ak don Wetapegsulti'gw. And for those of you in the audience who didn't understand what I just said, what's wrong with you, huh? Get with the program so you can hear your ancestors, yeah? Let's just say it's a good thing. I'm a benevolent, superhuman folk hero who knows a lot of things about a lot of things. So I can speak the Queen's English. Or is it the King's English? My condolences to the Windsor family. Anyway, my name is Gluskap, and you may remember me from such stories as Gluskap and the Mengumasu, or Gluskap fights a giant Winnipeg. No? What's wrong with you people? I'm kind of a big deal.
Nala, over here, over here.
I'll just exit the stage left here and leave you to it so you can get more acquainted with the sisters. Oh, and all the others. Enjoy.
Where were you? Where was I? Where were you after you pushed me down that cliff? What? You pushed me down that cliff? Bro, I wouldn't do that. Neither would I. Well, if it wasn't you and it wasn't me, then who was it?
Gwe, namig na sister bogie kinig na demi. Oh yeah. Have you guys seen a slimy otter around?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? A rabbit person? Yeah?
Well, have you seen a sneaky villain or not?
Sneaky villain, you say?
There you are. How dare you show your face around here after pushing these two helpless girls down a cliff for your own enjoyment?
Liar, that was you.
Fake news. I only pushed the one.
Fake news.
I only pushed the one. So did I. You should know that my otter tribe is very moral and honest. The other tribes, such as bears, foxes, raccoons, squirrels, and rabbits, are all thieves and commit depredation upon their neighbors. Nobody ever complains of us otter people. We are very well-dressed and well-behaved tribe.
Then what happened with you? For the record, us rabbit people are known for our politeness.
Just seeing things that aren't there. Yeah, hallucinating all this for sure.
Can a hallucination do that?
I told you otters were bad.
Oh, shut your buck-toothed mouth, you pellet-pooping cretin. I'm not the one who stole their electronic communication device.
My phone!
It's in her dirty furs.
My furs are never dirty.
Oh, often.
Well, sometimes. Dirty or not, no one touches my furs unless I say so, and I don't have it anyway.
It's right there. In your pocket.
In your pocket.
What? That slippery snake planted it on me.
Nice story, furball.
We just want to get home. Which way do we go?
Where did you come from?
Oh, hey, not that far.
How do you expect to know where to go if you don't even know where you came from?
We came from Listuguj.
Ah, Listuguj. There's some good stories out of that place.
Really? Like what?
You don't even want to know half of them.
What do you know about our stories?
I know more about stories than you do.
I don't think so.
Well, what story do you use?
None of your business.
Would you two please stop? Yes, enough.
Well, she started it. You should hear the origin story she believes.
Better than yours.
I doubt it.
Just give me my phone.
No, wait. You two seem like well-rounded individuals with good heads on your shoulders.
Just get on with it, you glorified beaver.
Beavers belong to the rodent family. Nothing to do with us honorable otter people. You peg-toothed rat.
Just get on with it.
Okay. We don't see your kind around here very often anymore, so we need an impartial opinion on something. We'll each tell you our version of the origin story, and the one you think better is the winner, namely mine. Making rabbit stew out of this moron.
You mean seal oil out of that fish brain?
Debbie, if it will shut you both up, we just want to get home.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Mesque, sorry, wrong story.
In ancient times, on the other side of the path of the spirits, long before the oldest ancestors breathed, Gitpu, the creator, made a decision. Gitpu was neither a he or a she, man or woman. Gitpu was Gitpu, and created the firstborn Niskam, the sun, and brought him across Gadega to light the earth. Gitpu, the creator, then sent a bolt of lightning that created Alaqsitew, Mother Earth, and from that same bolt, Gluskap was also created out of the dry earth. Gluskap lay on Uksukhamug, the earth, pointing by head, feet, and hands to the 6 directions. It was she who first exercised care over Ilnu and taught them the names of the stars, how to make weapons and tools for hunting and fishing, how to cure what animals they took, how to cultivate the ground, and so much more. In another bolt of lightning came the light of fire, and with it came the animals, the vegetation, and the birds. Gluskap gave thanks to the Great Spirit, Gisulk, and then honored the 6 directions. Niskam, the sun up above. Uksithamug, the earth down below. And finally, the directions. East, south, west, and north.
How should I live?
Gisulk answered this question by sending Nugami, Gluskap's grandmother, to guide her in life. Niskam the sun created her from a rock that was transformed into a body of an old woman, born an elder. Nugami's knowledge and wisdom are embedded in the Mi'kmaq language.
Jugua, ak inkobasidet abistanouch. Ak jiksuduid on limotes.
Nugami taught Gluskap to call upon Abistinawech, the Martin, to speak to the animal guardian spirits for permission to consume other life forms to nourish human existence. Abistinawech returned with their agreement, as well as with important songs and rituals.
The other animal families give permission to eat them when needed, as long as their bones are respected.
Nugami then gave thanks to Gisulk, to the sun, to the earth, and to the 4 directions, and then they all feasted. As they came to understand how they should live, more members of the first family were still to arrive.
Walalia gisul, ukchit mtset gowe, dandeli agemuiek desi bunkek. Begwamuksin gwis.
Gluskap, Ninel Gluk. I'm your nephew, Nadawansum. Kazuk created me in this human form from the rolling foam of the ocean that has clung onto the sweetgrass. I hold knowledge and strengths from the underwater realms and bring gifts from there to you. Gluskap, including the ability to see far away into the future.
The family grew larger, and they gave thanks to Gisulk and feasted.
Gluskap, my child. My name is Alaqsitew, and I am your mother. I was born on a leaf on a tree, descended from the power of the sun Niskam, to bring love, wisdom, and colors to the world. My greatest power is the ability to teach the cycles of life and the future.
As a part of the earth, Gluskap's mother brought the strength and wisdom of the earth and an understanding of the means of maintaining harmony with the forces of nature. Grandmother, Gluskap, Abistinawech, nephew, and mother lived together for a long time. But one day, Gluskap told her mother and nephew that she and grandmother were leaving them to go north. Gluskap told of the great council fire that would send 7 sparks, which would fly out of the fire and land on the ground, each as a man. Another 7 sparks would fly out of the other way, and out of these 7 sparks would arise 7 women. Together, they would form 7 families, and these 7 families should disperse in 7 directions, and then divide again into 7 different groups. Like the lightning bolts that created the earth and Gluskap, these 7 sparks contained many gifts. They gave life to human form, and in each human form was placed the prospect of continuity. Like Gluskap, before them, when the people awoke naked and lost, they asked Gluskap, how should they live? Gluskap taught them the lesson that she had learned, and for this, she is named one who is speaking to you, or the teacher creator.
And that, my friends, is the greatest story ever told.
A fine story for sure, but the greatest? I don't think so.
Of course you don't think so, because people cut off your feet for their own good luck nowadays.
What does that have to do with anything? And you didn't even emphasize the importance of the number 7 in our stories.
I did so, and I know more about 7 than you ever will.
Prove it.
7 districts. A Bwoin can see 7 years into the future.
7 medicinal herbs boiled to make a powerful potion.
When Gluskap fought the horrible Winnipeg monster, he had to rest for 7 months.
The 7 worlds.
7 celestial birds chased the bear across the sky.
7 years, Skewin tells his friends they will be reminded of him.
7 directions.
7 times to blow ground whale bone dust to lure boot up the whale.
In the story, Nuji Gesi Gunada Sit, a man and a woman have 7 sons, and the youngest becomes a powerful Bwoin.
Pretty obscure reference. Getting desperate, are we?
Oh, I am just getting started. Gwimu the loon went to live with his new wife and her brother for 7 years.
The 7 stages of creation. Perfect segue. Mic drop.
Oh, here we go.
We appreciate everything you've done for us, which is nothing really. But can you just lead us in the right direction home?
But
yes, thank you for your time, Rabbit and Otter.
Otter and Rabbit, get it right.
We just want to get home, man. Which way do we go?
Well, I haven't yet regaled you my version of the origin of things.
Tell it to those wolves.
Oh, they don't care much for eating otters.
They eat people?
And rabbits.
Well, then tell your story so you can get out of here.
Walk with me.
There are 7 stages in the creation of the world, and the first is the act of creation itself. Some call it the creator, but it's more about the wonder and the unfolding of creation. This is Gizuk, which means you are being created. Gizuk is the giver of life. The second stage is the sun, which we call Niskam or Naguset or grandfather. When we stand in front of him, we cast a shadow, and that shadow represents the spirits of our ancestors. Grandfather's son puts his spirit into life.
third stage of creation is Alaqsitew, Mother Earth. She nurtures and sustains life, giving everything we need: water, rocks, soil, plants, animals, fish, everything. The fourth level of creation is Listuguj, the first one who spoke. She was created from the bolt of lightning and is made from the elements of the earth: feathers, bone, skin, dirt, grass, sand, pebbles, and water. Gitpu, as the messenger, came to Listuguj and told her that she would soon be visited upon by the rest of her family, so that they could help her understand the world and her place in it. The fifth stage of creation, and the first to arrive, was Grandmother Nugumi. She was formed from a rock and brings wisdom and knowledge. Listuguj nephew, Netawansum, was next to arrive, and he was the sixth stage of creation. He was created from the sweet grass of the hair of Mother Earth and brings strength. He can also see into the future. The last of Listuguj family to arrive is his mother, Alaqsitew. She was formed from a leaf and brought love for all her children and all the colors of the world. She was the final stage of creation. Once everyone had assembled, Listuguj asked his fellow beings, the animals, fish, and plants, if they could sustain people, and they all agreed. Listuguj then called upon the wind to fan the sparks left by the bolt of lightning. This gave birth to the Great Spirit Fire, which created 7 sparks, which in turn created the 7 families of the Algonquin people.
Well, which story was better?
They were both good, but kind of the same.
What? Preposterous! The Bligamooch and I should kill you where you stand!
One thing we did hear in both stories was that Listuguj asked the Bistonouch for permission to eat animals respectfully, of course. Yeah, so technically, we should be eating you. But if you just lead us in the right way home, we'll be on our way, without rabbit or otter on the menu.
Okay, let's send them up to go look. Okay, yeah, okay.
Do you see that highest mountain over there?
Yeah?
If you climb that mountain, you can see whatever it is you're looking for.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
I'm gonna go this way.
I'm gonna go this way.
Stupid rock.
So there you have it, folks. The girls are on the way up the mountain. I'm guessing there's nothing up there that's put them in any danger whatsoever. Actually, I'm Listuguj, and I already know what's up there, and you will too if you come back after our intermission.
Testing, testing.
This is the team honor move. Come on. If you're team honor, say yeah. Come on, team honor.
No,
Really
no, no.
now?
No, I'm Team Rabbit. Let's hear it for Team Rabbit. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
So you team otters, listen, that was a low sounding rabbit. I'd like to hear something a little bit more from our otters. 1, 2, 3, and yeah! Woo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about.
Team Rabbit could do better than that. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I'm here to tell you and tell you and tell you that Team Otter is it.
Honestly, I think it's Team Rabbit and Otter. They did great. Give it a round of applause for our cast and crew so far. Great job. So we're gonna have a 15-minute intermission. There's snacks in the back, free snacks, drinks. And in the meantime, during the intermission, we're gonna have a presentation from traditional mask maker, Gordon Sparks. It's an interesting presentation. It's great. Nice little show. Doors are open, opportunity to use the washroom, and we'll be back again for second half in 15 minutes.
Starting now.
Everyone. My name is Gordon Sparks. I come from Pabano First Nation, and my family relation is Gilbert Sully is my great uncle, and David Peter Paul is my other uncle. And I'm here today to present 2 masks that I made over time. But it's been a year and a half in the making since I came here. And I have all these emotions in me right now. They're building up as they're coming. So I just want to acknowledge those feelings that I have. My uncle told me that it's excitement because things are moving forward and things are happening. So I just want to thank those feelings for being with me and helping me to speak in a good way. I just want to say thanks to the giver of life for giving us our life. Thank you to grandfather, son for giving us our shadows, for ancestors walk with us wherever we go. Thank you to Mother Earth for allowing us to be part of her existence, and to the 4 directions for the medicines and teachings they provide. I speak of this every time I go to carve. I always acknowledge that. And as I was on my journey of discovering my roots through the art of sculpture, it began around 2014 when I got a mentor grant to work with Edward Ned Bear, who passed on the teachings of the mask medicine to me. And I heard about him since I was knee-high to a duck, and then I heard about him again when I was in college, and then I heard again when I was homeless. And then I finally got the grant to go work with him where he passed these teachings on to me. After that, I was trying to find out how am I going to carve a mask instead of just going to the woods to carve something, just to say I carved it, to the significance behind it, learning about the mask medicine. And that's when I end up hearing a creation story told by Stephen Augustine. He talked about the 7 levels of creation that you're hearing today here in the play. And I noticed the significance of three-dimensional form and how it connects us to our cultures and through the language of the land. By looking at, if I ask you about Egypt, what comes to your mind whenever you think of a three-dimensional form? Most people say pyramids. If I think of religion, well, then it's a church. There's always a three-dimensional form that goes with this. So I ended up learning that creation story. So I wanted to honor the 4, which was Glooskap, grandmother, mother, and nephew. I made those masks. And at the end of that story, I learned about the 7 districts. And I wanted to know more about who I am as an Indigenous person, as a Mi'kmaq person from Pabonneau. So I went on a journey traveling to the communities across Mi'kma'ki, going to these districts and walking with the women and men. And I started carving a mask that represented the women and the men from each community that I walked with. As they shared their stories and brought me on their journeys and taught me about the land that they're from as I was listening, that gave me the inspiration to carve these masks that will honor their stories. And that way we can continue to carry our stories within our communities because it's from you. It's your stories, it's your community stories. And that's how I ended up meeting Matilda in Turtle Island, or not Turtle Island, in Lennox Island in PEI. And then she ended up coming here for a meeting, and she connected me to Listuguj through Mandy and Ryan. And that's when I brought those masks here for the first time to share in those stories. Then I got to walk with the elders here, walk with community members with the outdoor education system. And so with that being said, I'm now going to invite 2 people up. I'm going to ask Jonathan to come help me wake up the man mask, and Roseanne to come up and help me, or Elder, to wake up the woman mask. And I'm going to be smudging them. I'm going to smudge their eyes so they can see you with the goodness of your heart. I'm going to smudge their ears so they can hear your words with the goodness of your heart. I'm going to smudge their nose so they can smell and sense all the beautiful senses here with the goodness of their heart. And lastly, their mouth so they can take in food and water, and lastly, for their words to come out. And with that, we're going to play a song that I use when I'm carving. I'm always being Ilnu every single day, and I apply it to my everyday living. So it's not just something that I want to do here and there, it's how I live. And this song that I learned, that I heard from George Paul, my first language is visual language, right? I believe all our first languages are visual language. So when you're on the backs of your mothers and fathers, your children are sitting on the backs of your mothers and fathers, you're learning how to identify the trees, the plants, the fish, the four-leggeds, the ones that fly. They all have their name, they always stay that same shape. Then we learn in our mother tongue that explains what those visual languages are. So with this song, George will talk at the very beginning. So I use technology, that 2-eye seeing approach. And then I believe that he made this CD for people like myself that don't practice every day my singing, but I do practice every day my visual language. And we're going to wake them up with this song and with our smudge. It's going to be the gathering song.
At every gathering, when our people used to get together, all the relatives would come, all the grandfathers and all the aunts and uncles and all the relations would get together. And this is a chant that is directed towards all the relations. When we say all our relations, we include even the spirit world and all the ones who have passed on in the ancient times. And we call them with the beat of the drum and the chant and the song. Which quida dicken gigama ola det nigga ma we o mi weskawasig will das wal to tim da way. Which quida dignis kamich kula det nigga nen me dich dan il da dig akap me de judau ti wo. Which quida digno kama ola det nigga pep kwaja de ma dig no dit pa hoy ai ai oh we ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we ha ha oh we ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we ha ha oh we ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we ha ha oh which we da chicken gigama hula det nigga ma we o mi weskawasig will das wal to tim ta way. Which we da dignis kamich kula det nigga nen me dich danil da jig hakap me de judau ti wo. Which we da digno kama hula det nigga pep kwaja de ma dig no dit pa way ai hi oh way ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we hi hi oh way ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we hi hi oh way ha we ha we ha ya we ha we ha ya we hi hi oh way Tahoe. Also, at every gathering, there was always a song for the gathering itself. And this chant is a very ancient chant. It's a chant for just the gathering. And this is how it went. Igo, igande, igo, igo, igande, igo, igo, igande, igo, gando, dane, igo, gando, dadine, igo, igande, igo, gando, dane, igo, igande, igo, igo, igande, igo, igo, igande, igo, gando, dane, igo, gando, dadine, igo, igande, igo, gando, dane, igo, igande, igo, gando, dane. Tahoe.
Whew, out of breath. So they take on an entity of their own. These are alive. They're on their own beings. And they're the entire community's responsibility to take care of them. It's not an ownership within chief and council or the medicine people. It's to bring unity to the community through our stories, the language of the land. That's the mass medicine. It's emotional because I see it in every community. As I travel, we're scared to speak up, to say the words we want to say because we're terrified of losing our jobs. We're tired, scared to do things. These masks, they're themselves and they have things to say and they hold our knowledge The hair for the man mask is made of cedar. So there's a story when we go into the woods and how to find it and source it. And it brings that happiness, that joy. So the entire mass is sourced from this community. The wood, the tree, when we went out to go harvest it, to find it, we found it. And then I told Travis, I said, I speak to trees. And he laughed. You know, it was funny. I said, yes, when we see a bird, we listen. And when we see a squirrel, it's going to rat you out and it's going to make all kinds of noises. And we go follow it. He's like, you're crazy, something wrong with you. I've been in the woods my whole life. I don't hear no birds talking to me. Right? It's like, come on now. What? You're foolish. But it's about tuning in, right? Using that ability. So it's like when you first see a loved one for the first time, something about them catches your eye. You're like, oh, who are they? I need to know more about them. You get that connection. That's the same thing when I find these trees. So as I'm walking with the elders, they're sharing their stories of where you come from. And I'm looking and I'm seeing. Then that brings that in. So then, now that we got the tree, I have to come back and I want a hair. So we harvest the cedar for hair, harvest the yellow birch for the tree. The moose hide, those are part of the people that went out with the outdoor education to go hunt the moose. So now that's their story. So these stories are within the community. Same with the hair of sweetgrass. The hair that has sweetgrass. Those are the teachings of our women. The hair of Mother Earth, how to take care of it, respect it. You know, braid it. I'm not so good at taking care of mine, but you know what? My feather teaches me that, because I get all raggedy, and then I get all raggedy because I'm only focusing on my carving, and then I have to take care of my feather, then I take care of my hair. So it's an equal balance, right? So both of them have stories of your community. So now, when you ask questions about the sweetgrass, you see this up, you could be like, hey, where did that sweetgrass come from? Well, the person that went looking for it, they could show you exactly where to find it within your own community. It speaks of those stories. It speaks of those adventures. So then once you hear it, now you're going to pass it on to others. That's going to wake up stories of your grandparents, your great-grandparents. They're going to be, oh yeah, I remember whenever such and such way back in the day hunted over there or did such. So it's a way we connect our cultural stories, our experiences as people today, as Ilnu people today, Mi'kmaq people today, the people of the Dawn today, as well as respecting our ancestors' ways, acknowledging their teachings, being able to move forward. And this mask, the male mask, I learned about this fellow named David Geel when I was here. And he's a man that gave many people their names, lots of medicines, and he was blind. So the whole time I was carving it, I thought he was going to be blind. Then I realized in the end when I was putting his hair on, he had to have one eye, because the other eye wasn't so good. But if he was completely blind, you would only remember David Geo. We would forget about everybody else. So this one here has one eye because he sees into both worlds. And we have to honor the people that have disabilities as well. We have to see how they see and listen to their words and their voice, equally as we do with everybody else's. And the woman taught me that. The woman of your community taught me that. How to use my heart with kindness, and how to move forward in a good way. So it's been a year and a half. I'm happy to bring them here and present them to your community. And the next conversation is getting together with your leaders and your community leaders in the spiritual realm and in the political realm, and then have a conversation about how to take care of these properly with respect so we all can access to it. And Walalan Tahoe, have a good one. Have a good one. Woo!
Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Hey, Michageska, Stada, Meadowindu. Pejiginawa, do ye get Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane.
Well, 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 well. You're not going to believe this, but you only have 5 more minutes if you want something from the back or want to make sure the restrooms are still there.
So enjoy the second half of the show. 5 more minutes and we'll begin.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Hey, Mishageska, stada, meadowindu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Hey, Mishageska, stada, meadowindu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Yo-ho, yo-ho, yo-hane. Hey, Mishageska, stada, meadowindu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. Pejiginawa do ye Gitpu. When I
back. I've been waiting forever for those two girls to climb this mountain. Feels about as long since the Leafs won the Stanley Cup. And that's a long time. Little do they know, but Alaqsitew actually sent them further away from home and into the realm of the deadly Galuk. Now these beings are giant birds of prey which like to fly between the earth world and the world above the sky. They could take the forms of humans when it pleases them to do so. And sometimes they hunt Elnu and could grasp a moose in their massive claws. Their nests, like the one here, are high atop mountains where they bring things to beat to death before eating. Here they come now. I'm sure they'll be fine, but it can get pretty messy, so you might want to look away.
Wow, sometimes I forget how beautiful our land can be. I know, me too. I just hope we can find our way back home. We will. Ah! Look at the size of that thing. That can't be a bird's nest, can it? It can. I think it's gone. I hope you're right. Those rabbit our jerks set us up here for nothing. I can't see home. I can't see anything. We are so dead. You're the one who wanted to come up here anyways. Don't blame this on me. This is your idea. Me? Could this get any worse?
Oh, it has gotten much worse for you two. What are you doing in my home? You girls speak odd enough as it is, but I don't know what we means.
We're sorry, Mrs. Bird. We didn't know anyone lived up here.
My name is Galuk, and I'm a Galuk. Kind of like a guy named Guy.
Our apologies, Mrs. Galuk. We didn't know anyone lived up here.
What a ridiculous thing to say. This mountain has 10 times more living things than all the hair of all the heads of all your people. What were your names again?
Anissa and Nala.
No, your new names are breakfast and dinner.
What? No, we could just leave and promise not to come back.
Then what would I eat? I'm hungry. And in fact, I don't even like your kind.
We didn't do anything to you.
One of your ancestors did a long time ago. Do you want me to tell you that story? Or just eat you right now?
Story!
Well, I love stories. I'm not much of a storyteller, but if you insist.
We insist.
Some time ago now, I captured this man and brought him up here to eat him, much like I'm gonna do to you two once the story's done. Anyway, when I tried to bash his body against a rock cliff here, he used his bow to cushion the blow. Annoying. So I left him up here for a bit with my two sons and went off to find someone who wouldn't put up much of a fight. Like you two weaklings. I'm not done my story. Get in. I left that man with my own two sons, and he audaciously killed one of them to steal his wings. He then proceeded to use those wings when he leapt from this precipice and flew to the ground. I tried to catch him, but I couldn't. And ever since then, I've hated your kind.
But we don't even know him.
He's your ancestor. His blood runs in your veins. Now that's the end of the story. Who gets eaten first?
I am. What? No, don't be an idiot about this. You're only stupid about this. If she eats me first, you might have a chance to survive.
Ugh, I don't want to see you eaten.
Oh, don't make this about you. You always do that. I'll be dead first anyways.
Wait. We're acting like those two bickering idiots. Agree, we need to work together, not against each other. Okay.
Hey, Mrs. Galuk, you said you love telling stories. Could you tell us one of our creation stories?
Well, like I said, I'm not much of a storyteller.
I bet you're great. Please.
Well, I guess I'm not that bad. So, there are 7 stages of creation. The first stage is Gizulk, the great mystery, who's represented by the sky. The second stage is the sun, who creates life and gives us our shadows, the spirits of our ancestors. The third stage is down below, your domain, Mother Earth. The fourth stage was when Glooskap comes and was visited by an eagle who dropped the feather down to him. The fifth stage was when...
Wait! Tell us more. Why did the eagle drop his feather?
Yeah. But I'm not done stages 5, 6, and 7.
Glooskap's mother arrives in stage 5. And Glooskap's nephew comes in stage 6. And Glooskap's grandmother arrives in stage 7. Now level 4 and detailed. Yeah, take your time.
Okay, well, the eagle family are relatives of mine. You know, cousins on the small side. Anyway, Glooskap, who was created when a bolt of lightning hit the earth, causing her head to be in the direction of the rising sun and her feet in the setting sun. Her arms were outstretched to the north and south. A second bolt of lightning struck, and she formed fingers and toes and 7 sacred parts to her head, 2 ears, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, and a mouth. A third bolt of lightning struck, which freed her from the surface, and she was able to move and then walk. Poor girl couldn't fly because she had no wings. She gave thanks to Mother Earth for her creation and thanked Grandfather Sun, and then went off to find her place in this world on foot because she had no wings. Did I mention that?
Yes, you did. Several times.
Okay, good. She eventually returned here to Mi'kma'ki, where she was visited by an eagle who said that she would soon be joined by her family to help her find her connection to this world. The eagle dropped the feather, which Glooskap caught. This feather gives her strength and is a symbol of connection between her people, Gizult, Grandfather Sun, and Mother Earth.
So we're connected?
Who?
Us.
Technically, I suppose, but you have no wings.
In dreams, we sometimes do.
Yeah. Interesting. Sometimes I dream I'm Ilnu like you, but those are nightmares.
In the 5th stage of creation, Grandmother Nugami taught Glooskap to call upon Abystinouch the marten to ask for permission to consume other lives for nourishment, and Abystinouch returned with their agreement. And we do not give permission.
I don't believe that's how this works.
Gwe, Glook, long time no see.
Glooskap? Is that you? Bro, I thought you left Mi'kma'ki ages ago and went to the other side of the North Pole. Or was that out west?
It was both, but I promised to return once the people needed me the most. Like these 2 girls.
Who, breakfast and dinner? No, they said they wanted to be eaten.
No, we didn't.
True. I respect your right to hunt, Glook, and I would not interfere if you practice your inherent right. But as a favor to me, could you spare these girls?
Fine. I had a half a wolf pack earlier. I'll have those leftovers instead.
You're Glooskap?
Doug Glooskap? In the flesh, not what you expected?
No, it's just that you're kind of a big deal, aren't you?
You're just saying that because I saved your lives. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't sure you're worth the trouble. But once I saw you 2 stop squabbling and start working together, I thought you had potential. And when you used our stories, that did it.
What do you mean?
Our stories are not just for the world, but more importantly, the people within ours. I know it's hard given your modern circumstances, but you're still in the early stages of development. When you learn the language, you'll meet grandmother, who is kind and beautiful. Once you meet her, you'll meet nephew, who is strong and robust as the oceans. And through him, you'll find knowledge and strength. And then you'll meet mother, who will show us wisdom and colors of the world.
But it's hard to know these things these days, Glooskap.
I know. There will always be tricksters to overcome and monsters to fight, girls. You just have to remember these teachings whenever you're in trouble. Can you do that for me?
Give it up for the cast and crew of Don Wetapegsulti'gw. Our creation story cast, Kara, Talia, Scarlett, Myrna, Ian, and Jacob.
In no particular order. There they are.
Our tricks, take a bow. One more hand of applause for them. Our tricksters, Sandy and Ashley.
Sandy and Ashley. Woohoo!
Our Guluk, Tanya.
All right, Tanya. Spread your tiny wings and fly away.
Our Galuska, Jeanette.
All right, Jeanette. There she is. Woo-hoo.
And finally, our two girls, Anissa and Nala.
Yeah. Woo-hoo. Wow. Amazing.
One more round of applause for our cast and crew.
Woo-hoo.
We had a great show tonight. We also want to thank the crew out in the back who do the lights, the visuals that you see here. This was all because of the crew behind you guys tonight. So a nice round of applause for them. We really hoped you enjoyed it. It was an amazing, amazing production with a lot of work that went into it. So we just want to say great job, you guys, and we hoped you enjoyed it.
And before you go, sorry, haha. This is one of those really super cool moments where we get to hear our own story told by our own people. It's so, so amazing. Thank you so much.
So for those who want to stick around, there's going to be there's some backgrounds available at back for those who want to take pictures with our cast here. So stick around and mingle with our cast here. So hope you have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
After every gathering, people have to make their way back to where they came from. And it's kind of like a sad occasion because you've been with your friends and other people that you've just met maybe and made new friends. And everybody doesn't really want to go, but there has to be at least one song that kind of ease down and one last dance sort of thing. And this is called the Going Away song. And nobody looks forward to this song, but it's a going away song, and everybody usually gets out there and does all their best and dance as much as they can, enjoy themselves for the last time with their newfound friends or their friends. That's the way it goes. Kejuane ya hane, Kejuane ya hano, Kejuane ya hane, Kejuane ya hano, Kejuane ya hane, Kejuane ya hano, Kejuane ya hane. Kejuane ya hano, Kejuane ya hane, 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 multas, Kejuane ya hano, Kejuane ya hane, Kejuane ya hano, Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Multas kejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Het, kejuaneya ano. Kejuaneya ane. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane. Multas. Ejuaneya ano. Ejuaneya ane.